Becky Hammon has officially responded to the wave of criticism that's been coming her way over the last couple of days. And it all stems from a resurfaced clip of her publicly dismissing Jalen Brunson. Now, before we get into her response, let's set the stage properly, because context matters here. This clip didn't just surface at any random time. It resurfaced right in the middle of Brunson's championship run, right when the entire basketball world was watching him cement his legacy as one of the most clutch performers the game has seen in years. And the timing made those old comments land a whole lot harder than they might have otherwise. So before I break down what Becky Hammon had to say in her response, I want to make sure you see exactly what started all of this. Let's go back and look at the original clip first, the one where she went on record dismissing Jalen Brunson. And then we'll come
here in the Eastern Conference.
Well, I certainly agree with you. They're not getting into that tier. They don't have enough personnel. They don't have the manpower that they need to hang with those guys. I think you're going to get a consistent team like they've been. They're a pretty good team. They're well coached. They're going to be on their defensive game. But at the end of the day, they don't have a dude. You got to have a dude. You got to have a 1A dude. And they're missing that at the end of the day if we're just getting down to brass taxes. Sorry.
I didn't want to disagree with Becky today, but they do have their dude.
Who?
Jalen Brunson.
No, he's too small.
But here's the thing, and that's
Didn't they say about you?
But you know what?
They say that about you. You're a Hall of Famer.
You know what?
I got a philosophy. Can I say my philosophy?
Go ahead.
If your best player is small, you're not winning. John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, you could go down the list. Steph Curry is the only.
But he's not that small. He's not that small. He's like 6'3".
But also, though, I mean, he's the greatest shooter to ever walk the planet. He's in a different
outlier
class.
Okay.
She is right. History says she is right.
Okay, but we're living in a new age, okay, new day. And here's the thing.
This is coming from a big man.
When we think about Jalen Brunson, we got to ask ourselves, what tier do we put him in, right? Because every single time I see him get between those lines and it's time for him to match up against other superstars across the floor, he give them that work and he stand on business. Now, do the results come out as a win when it comes down to the Knicks overall? But hold on. Stay with me. Stay with me. I watched them go into Phoenix a couple weeks and hand them 50. I watched them come down. Right after that, I watched them bounce back, come to L.A. and give them a solid 29. When we watched that series last year, Jalen Brunson against the Miami Heat before they were eliminated, he was going back and forth with Jimmy Butler. I saw a couple of 35-plus point nights. So my thing is, I know he's not the typical, eye candy.
Is he the person that's going to win you a championship as 1A?
This is what I'm saying. All I know is that the last time Luka Doncic had success in the postseason and went to a conference finals, it was paired up alongside Jalen Brunson. What I'm telling
But that's the thing. It was Luka and Jalen.
It was a combo because Jalen had his moments in there as well.
I think that's all that Becky is asking for is a combo.
As somebody who used to drop buckets as a small person in that.
That's what I was trying to remind you of, Becky.
As a person that used to get some buckets. I'm saying this as a small person. This is a game that the big and bold and it favors.
A lot of these clips are going viral right now, and for good reason. I actually just put out a video covering how Jalen Brunson pulled up on Stephen A. Smith for the comments he made about him a few years back. Stephen A. was very vocal about it at the time, going on record questioning why the New York Knicks would even bother bringing Brunson in, saying he was nowhere near the level of Kevin Durant, and essentially treating the signing like a mistake before it even had a chance to play out. Well, we all know how that story ended. And now we have to add Becky Hammon to that same list. Because what she said about Brunson wasn't a passing remark. It was dismissive enough that when it resurfaced at the exact moment he was winning a championship, people took notice immediately. To her credit, she didn't go quiet when the criticism started rolling in. She came back and responded. And we're going to get into exactly what she said and how people have been receiving it. Because at this point, the list of people who publicly doubted Jalen Brunson and are now being forced to reckon with what he's accomplished keeps growing. And each name that gets added to it only makes his story that much.
A lot of the conversation around this team is, can you do it with a 6'2" point guard? What do you say to all the folks that question number 11?
He's the best player. He won MVP. It's no debate. It's no question about that. And if you look at the series, the way he did it, we was always down, and we was always coming back in the fourth quarter, and guess who had the ball? JB.
Now that you're NBA champion, what's your message for people saying that you're not a 1A guy?
I didn't respond to them then. I'm damn sure not going to respond to them now.
You're taking a little bit of grief from what you said about Jalen Brunson.
You are. I'm not big enough.
I never said, hey.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying.
No, I mean, I speak from experience, and I never, Allen Iverson got MVP, and he lost in the finals, and I think the two best teams are probably in the West, but I'm up for being proven wrong. And that's the other thing is I think Jalen Brunson's a hell of a player, I'm speaking historically on the NBA. With what I said, I don't know why that's being brought, like why everybody's so stuck on that. I said it 2 years ago. I stand by it.
I'm letting you clear the air.
There's no air to be cleared. I said what I said. He proves me wrong. He proves me wrong. I mean, good for him. But I do think the two best teams are in the West.
And we know who you like, right?
Oh, well, you know who I'm cheering for.
Small guard couldn't be the man to get a chip.
First and foremost, why would he pay attention to anything Becky Hammon has to say? Let's start there, right? Let her stick on that side of the basketball. I'm dead ass. Like, why would he pay attention to anything she has to say? Yeah. Like, who cares what Becky Hammon has to say about Jalen?
She was Pop's first assistant for
so I don't care.
Yeah.
I could care less. Don't get me started on that skill.
Is Greg gonna have to Popovich?
Listen, don't get me started.
Wasn't nice?
Yeah, but don't. No.
Every Monday, we kind of want to get you started.
No, trust me. There are plenty of other people that could have been sitting in that seat. Let's start there.
And one of the names that was trending during all this was Becky Hammon. Becky Hammon, who is the coach of the Las Vegas Aces. And that is because a couple of years ago, Becky Hammon was on ESPN serving as a guest analyst, and she said that she did not think that Jalen Brunson, that he was too small to be a champion, like to be the guy. And she, at the time, I don't think she got much heat for it. There were a lot of people that actually shared that opinion and wondered whether or not he was going to be able to deliver the Knicks a title. Now, this is before they had Karl Anthony Towns and before they had made some other moves to eventually get this team that you see right now. So Becky's name is trending, and Knicks fans are just giving her the business. All up and down, every which way but loose.
I apologize to Jalen Brunson. The reason I apologize to Jalen Brunson is because I think he's about to go on to win the NBA Finals. And I don't know that I'm going to have the opportunity to see him face to face. And I wanted to say it to his face. And the reason I said that is because I've been very critical of Jalen Brunson. Just not thinking that, hey, man, he's this 1A guy that, and here's the thing what y'all have to understand about me. When I say 1A, what I'm saying is no matter what team you go to, you're the guy. A la Steph Curry, a la LeBron James, a la Luka Doncic, Kawhi. Like, there's only really 5 to 7 1As in all of the NBA. And so it's never like a shot like y'all try to make it at Jalen Brunson. I just think there's only like 5 of those guys that no matter what team you put them on, they're the best. That's 1A to me. That's 1A. Needless to say, I've been very critical. And I think he, last night, take a 3-1 lead. I think they're on their way to a championship. And